Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's Jeannie. Welcome if you're new here. On this side of YouTube, we do a little bit of beauty. We talk a little bit about wellness and motherhood and life in general. So if you're interested in those kinds of things, go ahead and subscribe and hit that like button for more content. Today I'm actually going to be getting ready for a little like pre-birthday celebration. I'm honestly just gonna go to the park and vibe out and whatnot, but I just want to take the time to, you know, get myself ready so I can feel good. Let's go ahead and let's get into it. Okay, obviously this is not sponsored, but I love Fenty, so I like to use the primer and the foundation together. So today I'm going to be using the Soft Matte Pro Filter Primer and Foundation. In foundation, I'm actually the shade 290. I just actually went and I got a new bottle. And I really like this foundation because my skin is actually like combo. During the winter time, it does get really dry, but during the summertime, I have a tendency to be a oily skin girly. So I really love the mattifying, softening effect that it has on my skin. I'm actually applying the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the shade Vanilla. It's gonna give me a bright under eye effect, and I'm just putting that on the high points of my face. So you guys, I cannot believe that I am turning 22 in 2 days. I really don't know where time has been going. Actually, I do know where time has been going. I have been evolving and growing as a person every single day, and honestly that has like caused for me to feel like time has been flying, especially because as you guys know, like I am a mom now, so every single day it's like witnessing a new vibe from my daughter and just, you know, experiencing that in general. It feels so surreal, honestly. Who knew at 22, like I'd be a mother, a business owner? Like, even though I'm still on maternity leave, I still have been cooking up some new things. I haven't just been like, you know, sitting on my ass. And even if I wanted to, that would still be okay because I literally had a baby not that long ago. But you know me, you guys, I just love to just plan for the future and try my hardest to, you know, be in alignment with the new chapters of life that come every single day. And so with that being said, I have been working on some new things because I feel like I've been growing and evolving as a person, and as I grow and as I evolve, so does my brand. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, and you know, I feel like as time passes, I will be able to more accurately represent what I stand behind and really just the overall message and the purpose of my brand. But as of right now, as I work through my self-expression and who I am as a person, I'm also doing that with my brand. So y'all just bear with me, okay? I get a lot of questions like, so like what is like Divine Eye? Like what are you doing? And this just comes up when I talk about business, or really just like when my clients just want to know like what I do. And it's so hard for me to encompass all of these different energies and all of these different things because truthfully, it's about life. It's just about, you know, doing you and maintaining a high vibrational lifestyle behind it. You know, just being a high vibrational person when it comes to wellness and taking care of your body and your mind and your spirit and things of that nature. So that's really what it is. And I hope that, you know, within these next few months, I can really embody that and show you guys, you know. And that's another reason why I took like a week or two break, because I really just want to sit down and really just plan for my future, you guys, you know. And like, it's hard, sometimes it's hard to do both things and like one time. Like sometimes it's hard to be a business owner and a content creator, and even like on top of that, being a mother and, you know, a wife and a partner and a girlfriend and a friend, like, and a daughter and a sister. Like, I'm so many things, and I feel like my brand is is similar in that sense. Like my brand is so many things. It's not just one thing, and it's gonna be hard for me to encompass and embody one thing when I'm so many things, you know. And I hope you guys can see that and see my vision for my brand and who I am as a person and what I do and stuff like that, because I know, you know, I do beauty content, but it's so much more than just beauty, and it's so much more than just, you know, having a look and living a certain lifestyle. It's a lot more than that, and I hope people these days can like see that and recognize that and realize that before, you know, things start to change and they feel like they lost the time and they're like, whoa, like what happened, you know, what changed. I'm turning 22 on Saturday. If you're watching this, you're probably watching this sometime right before or right after my birthday. My birthday's on March 25th. A lot of people ask me like, are you a Pisces? People often think I'm a Pisces, and I think it's because I have a Mercury in Pisces. So like my communication and my expression and my body language and my sense of like response is very much so like a Pisces. So people always ask me that, but I'm actually an Aries. Okay, I'm a March Aries, and I feel like March Aries is very similar in terms of energy when it comes to Pisces energy. This Pisces season, I really feel like I have worked on my sense of faith and just how I am when it comes to what I believe in, and really like how I move spiritually. I feel like that has shifted this past Pisces season, and I really feel like a lot of it just has to do with how my reality has changed this past year, and I feel like it's changed for the better, honestly. I just feel like I've received a sense of clarity when it comes down to who I want to be and the kind of energy that I want to embody, and I kind of want to go over that with you guys like in a future video, like how to embody the energy that you want to become and how to manifest this new sense of self and this new self-worth and confidence and things of that nature. So I really want to like talk about that because it's so hard to find wholesome content these days. I've put myself in a position where I'm either consuming the content or creating the content, and like there's no in between. And so honestly speaking, I'm really just trying to work on like finding a balance between the two, because I feel like that alone, how you consume media, will definitely impact your spirituality, will definitely impact your sense of self, it will impact your faith in things. Reason being is because on social media, people are so desensitized, and I feel like I come on here, even though like YouTube is a social media and I am using my social media platforms, I feel like I come on here and just talk so much trash about the media. And honestly, not all media is bad. I just think what the media that you consume is what shows up in your reality, what manifests in your life. And so I feel like it's just really important to find content that aligns with what you want for yourself in this present moment and in the future, versus just consuming media because of understimulation or overstimulation and things of that nature. And so I'm really intentionally working on making my content a space where it's more so like on the positive and chill side of YouTube versus like, you know, chaotic and chaos and drama and things that don't really serve you guys or really just benefit you guys in general. So that's why I'm being more intentional with what I post, which is why you may not see me like pump out more content, you know, multiple times a week, because I'm trying to make sure that I'm being intentional with what I say and what I do on here, so that way I can align myself with the values of my brand and my business and who I am as a person. Honestly, I feel like that's like one of the things that I've learned in my 22 years of life, with just being just aware of what's going on. I feel like I've learned that social media is not real life. I say that a lot as well, but like, especially in my age range or my group of like age range of people, I feel like people have that misconception that what they see and what they read online is real, and it's not always real. I'm not gonna sit here and say that everything is fake, but a lot of stuff that you see and a lot of the media that you consume is either over exaggerated, very, very real, or completely false, you know? And that's one of the things that I've learned, is just being very mindful of what you do and what you say on social media. That is super duper important, especially when you're a business owner and when you're an entrepreneur. If you don't have a business and you're not an entrepreneur, you probably don't really care as much. But one of the things is that when you're the face of your brand and when you are the face of a foundation that you are trying to build, you have to make sure that who you are, like as your character, is aligned with the content that you create, just as much as it is the content that you consume. So either way, you just have to be very aware of the media and the content that you are consuming, especially at this day and age. Another thing that I feel like I have learned in my 22 years of life is probably just to be patient. I feel like in this day and age, especially because of the media that we're consuming and the platforms like TikTok and, you know, reels and shorts and things like that, we have a tendency to get information fast. Like, information spreads crazy like wildfire on social media, especially when stuff goes viral. And so that, I feel like that contributes a lot to the instant gratification that we see nowadays in society when it comes down to whether it be like relationships, values, goals, you know, like all those things get clouded by judgment because of instant gratification. And honestly, instant gratification can be a really, really big downfall when it comes down to like achieving your goals and receiving the blessings that you're searching for, because you probably, I feel like this happens to a lot of people, especially if you're a business owner. Sometimes you get so caught up in seeing results that you forget to admire the process and you forget to fall in love with the aspect of like building something and working on that solid foundation. I feel like a lot of people overlook that for the prize, and sometimes it's crazy because a lot of times the prize isn't really what they want, and then they realize they get there and they're like, damn, like this is not what I had in mind. I had this goal so bad and I was so fixated on it that when I got it and I realized this isn't what I wanted, I feel completely lost. And that happens a lot, and a lot of times it's because of instant gratification. People are trained and embedded to be that way, mainly just because of the lack of patience for the process. Like, you guys, you really have to sit and be patient with the process, especially if you're trying to build something and you're trying to create this community, or you're trying to be a part of something that, you know, you are beginning. Like, it's gonna take time and nothing is gonna be overnight. Like, you could go viral overnight, yeah, but like that's not guaranteed that success, and that's not guaranteed that long-term stability. The momentum can come to you, but if you don't keep the momentum going, that end picture, that end goal is out the window, because at the end of the day, you're the one to keep that momentum going, like how I said. And you know, it's just, I've learned that instant gratification can really ruin a lot of good things. You know what I mean? And like, things take time to play out. And I was actually watching this interview, and you guys know me, you guys know I love Rihanna, right? Okay, anyway, so I was watching an interview, and I think this was Rihanna's first interview since having her baby. And the interviewer was basically asking her, she was like, so like, do you feel like it was worth it to basically, you know, go work and, you know, leave your children or your child to perform, and it's been your first performance in so long? And she was like, look, this is the currency of the dimension that we're in. Time is the currency. And so you have to realize that, like, it's not what you do, it's making sure that what you do is worth the time of that sacrifice, you know, because at this point and at this day and age, everything is about sacrifice. And if you're not willing to give something up to receive something new, it's going to be hard for you to find that balance between, you know, what you need and what you want. And a lot of times people want instant gratification, but they need the time to develop the character and the integrity and the intelligence to receive those blessings. And so it's just important to remember that, especially while being so young, so that way you don't have to learn that when you're older and when, you know, you're really trying to get a good foundation started, or you feel like you're behind on time. You know, that's something that I've learned at this day, well, at this point of my life, before becoming 22. Another thing that I've learned is sometimes, man, you gotta stay down for the come up, bro. Like, truthfully speaking, I know it's hard to not flex, bro. Like, I know it's hard to not flex, you know, like your accomplishments and your goals and stuff like that. You can't be so caught up in what other people think, because that's gonna really like delay your progress. It's gonna hinder your ability to see what you need at that time, because you'll be so caught up trying to either play catch up or, you know, trying to compare yourself to other people. I don't need to go out of my way to do things for a camera. You know what I'm saying? The camera is just an addition, and it's just a part of my life. It's not my whole life. So I'm not gonna go out of my way to do things for a camera. Speaking of cameras, another thing that I really truthfully feel like I've learned in my soon-to-be 22 years of life is that not everything needs to be, you know, displayed. Not everything needs to be online. Reason being is just because, like, it's important to have that privacy. It's important at the end of the day to just come to yourself and know that you are, you know, your own individual. You do make your own mistakes, and some lessons are meant to be learned in private. Some things are meant to be private, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I feel like another thing too that instant gratification tells us is that once we receive something that we've been wanting to obtain, the first thing you gotta do is just go share it with the world. You know what I mean? But what if that blessing was just for you? What if the blessing wasn't for other people to know about and to receive? You know what I mean? It's really, really important to just use discernment to figure out like what's meant to be shared and what's not meant to be shared. And a lot of people like to call that like gatekeeping. I noticed that people get triggered when you don't share certain things and like you don't, you know, spill all your beans and just like say everything about yourself. You know what I mean? And they like to call it gatekeeping, when in reality, like, it's not gatekeeping. I mean, and like, I guess gatekeeping can be considered like a media thing as well. Like when it comes to like fashion or just like the beauty industry, you know, people like to say gatekeeping over like products or clothes, when in reality, you're probably just being lazy. You probably just need to Google that and just like figure it out. You know what I mean? And that's another thing that I've been working on with social media is observing entitlement. And that's another thing. People are super entitled on social media. People are like to be entitled to to know what you do, who you're with, you know, what you say. And I feel like that also has that also plays a big part in instant gratification. People nowadays don't want to do their own research. They don't want to go out of their way to learn a new skill, learn a new hobby. They're there to just copy it from somebody else because it's easier, and people give the sauce. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you can have the sauce, but sometimes if you don't have what accompanies the sauce is not good enough. You get what I'm saying? At the end of the day, be your own individual, be unique, find your own personality. Don't let social media try and tell you who to be or who you are and what you should be and what you shouldn't be doing, because that's not fair to you. You're invalidating who you are as an individual, as a person, as a human being, and that's not fair to yourself. So you guys, I'm about to use the ColourPop blush. I'm just popping this on the high points of my cheek. The shade might be on the back of the pan, but I'm just gonna link everything in my description box, and you can shop it on my Amazon storefront. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm focused, because I swear this camera doesn't like focus in properly all the time. But yeah, you guys, really though, in all honesty, I just really been chilling for real. I just been you know, on my grind, planning and preparing for the future, for what's to come, for me and my family. I'm going to be using some eyebrow gel just to go ahead and set my crazy eyebrow hairs in place. I'm long overdue for me to do my eyebrows, but honestly, you guys, I just haven't had the time, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm actually using the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara, so that way I can prep my lashes for fall season. So what has been new with you guys? Have you guys been embarking on like any new chapters in terms of like your career or your personal life, or with your self-confidence or your relationships? Let me know in the comments down below, because I really want to know like what's been going on in terms of like changes within the collective, because I do feel a shift in terms of healing. So just let me know what you guys, you know, what's been new in y'all's lives lately. We just had a new moon in Aries gang, you guys already know. So I know that's like a fresh energy coming in, and I know everyone is experiencing it just in different ways. I stopped breastfeeding, which is like crazy to even say, honestly. My baby actually just turned 3 months, so I stopped breastfeeding at 3 months. Reason being, honestly, is just because like it was too taxing on my mental health, and I feel like it was getting in the way of like intimacy between me and my family. I feel like I always spent so much time just like pumping and washing breast pump, you know, parts and stuff like that, that I never felt like I was able to really like deeply connect with my family until I stopped breastfeeding, which is actually really crazy to say, but at this point in my life, I'm honoring what I've gone through, and I'm honoring the changes that are going on in and around me. And so I feel like breastfeeding was just one of those changes that was like bound to happen. Obviously, I was really planning on like breastfeeding until 6 months, but honestly it happened sooner, and I don't regret it. I actually feel really happy about the change, and I actually feel more confident, and I feel more comfortable. I feel more like a woman. I feel like I'm embodying a newfound sense of femininity. So I'm really happy that I knew my limit, and that it was like the perfect time to stop when I had the chance. So another thing that I've learned since being on this earth for 22 years is I've just accepted like all sides of myself in terms of like my personality and who I am. Like, just as I am nice and a kind person, well, I like to think of myself as a kind person. I know other people might not say the same, but you know, as I grow and I evolve, I just accept all sides of myself. Like, yes, just as nice as I can be, I can also be, you know, mean, and I can also be a flawed character just like everybody else. And so I feel like holding myself to that standard and holding myself accountable for the parts of myself that I have a tendency to try and hide or overcompensate for, I feel like just embracing that and learning to work through those emotions and use discernment to react with those emotions, that just has honestly helped me just embrace who I am as a person. It's opened my heart, and it's made me realize that nobody is perfect. We can't hold ourselves to these unrealistic goals and these unrealistic standards, because at the end of the day, we're human and we still make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? And that really just comes with growth and who you are as a person. Growth would not happen without those mistakes and without those changes. So learning to embrace that, it's so eye-opening, so refreshing, and it's like a weight off of my shoulders. Supply Store lip liner. And then for my lips, I'm gonna be using the ABH lipstick in the shade Honey. Okay, you guys, I'll be right back. I'm about to put on my outfits. Okay, you guys, so I got my hair and my outfit on. So for accessories, I'm wearing these gold hoops from, I think, TJ Maxx or Marshalls. And then I'm wearing this necklace from 𝗟𝗟𝗏. It's basically just a blue eye necklace. And then I have my everyday necklace. If you know me, you know I've been wearing this necklace for like years at this point. But it's just a dainty gold chain with a heart and a 𝚤 symbol on it. I'm not wearing any rings today since I'm gonna be eating and stuff like that. So my fingers are bare, but I actually did my nails at, can you guys see? I actually did my nails here at home, so I will never be going to the nail salon again to get a manicure. I will be doing my manicures at home, okay girl? I'm actually going to link the gel kit that I purchased off of Amazon in my Amazon storefront in my description box below. It was only like 30 bucks and it came with like 40 colors. It's awesome. I would definitely recommend it. And then as far as the bracelets go and arm candy goes, I'm just wearing my blue evil eye bracelet and this cute little, I don't know what this bead is called, but it's like a little crystal ball on some gold chains. And I'm wearing my 𝗼𝘽𝗾𝗾𝗃 evil eye chakra bracelet and this little evil eye drawstring bracelet my man got me. And this, you know, just pretty blue bracelet. So that's my arm candy and my jewelry for the day. I'm going for like a chill vibe today. As far as my outfit goes, like I said, it's just a chill vibe today. I'm just wearing these spandex flared pants and this blue crop top that I got from Target. And you guys can't see because I just have a lot of stuff in front of the mirror, but I'm just wearing my simple black Vans. But this is the look for today. You know, chill vibe, something casual and nothing too crazy. Hey y'all, so I've actually arrived to my destination, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up for today's Get Ready With Me. I hope you guys really truthfully enjoyed this video. All the products that I use are gonna be linked in my Amazon storefront. And if you wanna see content like this in the future, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and comment what you think. I'll see y'all soon. Peace.